is a fact that when major construction projects are underway in a city like New York, most people are aware of what's taking place. That's because they can see it. But they have absolutely no appreciation of the talents or the companies involved in the project. But nowadays, more often than not, one name is appearing on the roster of companies involved in the biggest of the big construction projects. And that company is the LiRo Group, headquartered here in Syosset, New York. LiRo is best described as a full-service, multidisciplinary construction, engineering, and design firm. The kinds of projects they've been involved in range from highways, like the Long Island Expressway, to correctional and court facilities, bridges, airports, wastewater facilities, and railroads, just to mention a few.
LiRo is a unique company. It is a full-service, one-stop shopping organization that provides design services, construction management services, and program management services. So it has the full spectrum of professional services in one company, all concentrated here in the metropolitan area. The scope of the projects have been growing. They've become more complex, more highly visible. They've grown from very small projects to major multi-billion-dollar programs. We're a construction manager in joint venture for the extension of the Long Island Railroad under the East River to Grand Central Terminal.
Our primary service is construction management, and that's where we're hired by clients whose main mission or their core mission is not really to deliver their own construction projects. So it may be entities that are as recently as the Roosevelt Island Operating Corporation, who has hired us to help them manage the reconstruction of the Roosevelt Island tram. So basically we're working for entities on the construction management side and also on all of our other disciplines, be it engineering or architecture, where the majority of our clients do not have the in-house expertise or resources that are necessary for them to be able to manage or to design or to engineer their own work.
Going back to, say, 1983, myself and Lino Bacagna formed a company. Lino and Rocco made LiRo. And essentially we started a construction inspection company. In the beginning, since funds were short, basically I was the project manager. Lino was the salesperson. So I was involved with the clients on a one-to-one basis.
What was it you did for Columbus Avenue? Big project.
So basically we repaved it, but we also did the sewer lines, the water mains, the sidewalks, the curbs.
One of the unique aspects of the project was the very, very, very intense traffic conditions that occurred during the construction. The project was the reconstruction of the Long Island Expressway from Grand Central Parkway to Van Dam Street. It was approximately 5.5 miles of road section that was completely reconstructed. The decks were removed, the pavement was removed, they were replaced. Bridges along that section of the expressway were removed and replaced.
And then once you get the job, what's important?
It's client relationships. It's being able to listen. It's being able to maintain a high level of integrity. It's being able to be responsive to the needs of our clients. Listening is very, very important in this business. You must have the basic knowledge about the business, certainly, the building foundation, the building block. But beyond that, you have to be able to listen to the needs of the client.
We choose the projects that we pursue very, very carefully. And we make sure that the projects that we pursue and that we win are projects that we can actually deliver and deliver them well. We make very deliberate decisions about not pursuing projects that we see other firms pursuing, knowing that on a technical level, the competency and the skills just aren't there to deliver the project.
How many different divisions do you have, and what do the different ones do?
The 5 business units are construction management, resident inspection services, environmental, architectural, and engineering. In some cases, we may be hired to design the project and then take the job out to construction. So in the sense that we're with the client from the beginning to the end. In some cases, we may be hired just to do the construction management, where they have a separate architectural firm.
environmental group is operated out of our Buffalo office. Brownfields are a term that has come into being, and in effect, the U.S. government, the EPA, the state agencies that oversaw hazardous waste remediation projects or waste remediation projects normally had the philosophy of, we're going to clean it up and we're going to make it pure again, taking care of a site and bringing it back into some kind of viable, real estate kind of operation.
Most of our work in the construction management and resident engineering and inspection business occurs where we are the owner's rep, if you will. But we have also held construction contracts in a delivery system that some agencies refer to as CM Build, Construction Management and Build.
You have your own architects here on staff?
We have a group of around like 20 architects. Essentially, we're dealing with hospital designs, transportation type work, basically building designs.
Now, when you talk about work on a hospital, do you design the whole hospital or just certain segments of the project?
Well, in some cases, it may be like a retrofit. As far as the hospital is concerned, it may be an addition to the hospital or like a renovation.
I would imagine, correct me if I'm wrong, but that finishing on time and on budget is still one of the keys to this company's success.
Absolutely. Your success or your reputation is very much dependent on the success of your last job. If that job was unsuccessful, your reputation suffers, your ability to win the subsequent job suffers as well. And the key to a successful job is on time, on budget, and of quality that your client and the profession recognize as a high standard.
The amazing story of the LiRo Group, one of the most dynamic and versatile construction, design, and engineering firms in the northeastern United States. I'm Doug Llewellyn reporting from Syosset, Long Island.
Well, that does it for this edition of Close Up on America's Business. I'm Janice Marie. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.